Ladies and gentlemen, Godai Warriors, one from San Antonio and one from Houston.
What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, what's up?
Thank you for being on the podcast, Mr. Cal and Kelvin of Godai Warriors. Thank you for being here. How you guys doing today, first of all?
Fighting a bit of a cold, but yeah, I'm good.
No, yeah, it's been cold recently. It's been wind's been picking up. So,
what is Godai Warriors about?
So Godai Warriors, Godai is in Japanese Buddhism referred to as 5 elements.
It's what, 5?
Yeah, 5 elements.
Okay.
Most of the Rangers, Power Rangers, Super Sentai, they have like their 5, except for like, have like the random few like Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, or something. They have like their. We kind of didn't want to start off with 5. We wanted to like have 3 and then build up from there. And then we are gonna have our 5, and I think we're gonna have like 6, maybe 7 in our cast.
You don't want to make it to Q Ranger with like 9?
No, we're not gonna go that far.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Granted, if Godai Warriors ever does continue beyond our expectations of it's actually going to keep going, we might renew for a second season, maybe. But again, it's right now, I mean, again, it is shooting for the stars, but we are being, yes, we are hopeful, but at the same time, we want to be realistic. Yeah. Especially with me and Cal being in 2 different cities right now, and then the times that we're getting together. Yeah. So it's funny that Cal mentioned that, because even though yes, a lot of the influence, essentially was what Cal said, was based off of Japanese influence, mainly for Godai Warriors, the 5 elements and all that. And of course, the main inspiration was Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Tokusatsu, everything Tokusatsu based stuff. And with Power Rangers you have your team of 5, but then we kind of base it off. We kind of start off with the same base of how Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, Jungle Fury had the team of 3, and then which eventually grew to the team of 5, and then that's the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
So that's essentially what we're going with, and and having this different sense of direction now, it's a little bit more manageable in for us in terms of okay, where we want the story to go. And,
right.
And of course, as we get closer to shoot date, there might be some last minute changes that, okay, we might go over the script maybe one last time before we do a full on read. I think mainly the only thing now is we're missing. I think we just have maybe one more role to fill, and then after that, Godai Warriors will be fully casted.
What role is it that needs to be filmed?
I think it's our original Godai Pink.
Oh, okay.
Original Godai Pink and original Godai White. Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so 2 roles, yeah. But so I guess essentially I would say main roles for the pilot, in terms of the pilot, the main roles. And then when it comes to later on, once we get to episode 1, episode 2, those original Godai Warriors would actually end up being supporting, because of course the main will be the main characters of Kai, Aiden, and then Jin, who is Godai White.
Let's do a roll call of y'all's parts in Godai Warriors.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So my character, Godai Black.
No, I mean in Super Sentai style. No, oh, you can just tell me about the character. No problem.
Yeah. So my character, Aiden, he is actually going to be the leader of the Godai Warriors. He's Godai Black, and he's not your typical style ranger leadership in any style, form, or fashion. He lost his family at an early age, so he's been on his own since he was a little kid. It's been himself, nobody else, loner, you know. So that's who I kind of portrayed my character as, mostly because like nowadays, um, people have this mentality where it's my way or the highway. Like I don't care about nobody else, and I kind of wanted to take like that real life aspect and apply it to my character, but not in the bad way. Like I don't care about it. It's like I'm trying to take care of me. I'm trying to survive out here in the streets because it's just been me. So that's what I kind of want to portray my character as.
Well, what about Kelvin?
My character Kai is Godai Red, and he's always been the type to where like he's always like the helpful type. He's the one who is there whenever people need him. Like he's the dependable type. He's the dependable, reliable type of person. But also he's I guess in some ways he's kind of a perfectionist because he's always trying to strive to be the best at what he's good at. And for him, his entire life revolved around martial arts, right? Eat, breathe, sleep, martial arts. His dad owned a dojo. Yeah, pretty much. His dad owned a dojo, since he was born. And over time, he learns that, not everyone's going to be not everyone is perfect. People will make mistakes and not everyone's perfect. And yeah, that's the personality for Aiden. Kai. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm still. that is the personality that Kai has. As what I read, and as he, as the series progresses, and when we get to filming and shooting and stuff, he'll learn that working in team dynamics versus taking things on by himself is not always the best solution.
I was gonna ask if the name Godai Warriors, if you got that originally from Yusuke Godai, but you said it's like 5 elements, right? You didn't get it from Kamen Rider Cougar, right? No.
So it's funny because like there are times when I remember a couple of my friends who are who are bigger Kamen Rider fans than I. And they asked me the same question, like if we got it from Yusuke Godai, and I'm like, ask me, wait, who that gets that? And like, and they tell me, he was one of the Kamen Riders. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I didn't know until I typed in his name. I saw which Kamen Rider he was, and then I'm like, okay, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know that was like Godai was his like name was in his name, but it was just it just kind of popped up. So before the whole Godai Warriors concept even came to existence, our original plan was actually to base our Power Rangers inspired characters to be based off of Olympian gods. So and I mean you probably interviewed Ancient Warrior. You probably had Ancient Warriors on your podcast, yeah?
Not yet, but they're on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were originally going towards that idea, but then it dawned on me. I'm like, wait, hold on, Ancient Warriors. They kind of already
familiar.
Yeah, I'm like they kind of already had a thing going with Olympian gods as Rangers. I'm like, let's go a different route. And then it was a lot of brainstorming. It was a lot of idea changes and this work, that work. So we took ideas that were what's it called? We took ideas that worked for us as well as ideas that even though it was already in concept, the concept was already there, but how can we how can we put our spin? How can we put our twist on a concept that already exists? So that came about for Godai Warriors. So a lot of it, again, obviously main basis was Power Rangers Super Sentai Tokusatsu, but also because this is going to be very action based as well. Going to involve a lot of martial arts. So a lot of martial arts themes, as you may have seen in the suits, also liked off of that as well, and the different fighting styles that you'll eventually see.
You guys mentioned martial arts. Do both of you guys have martial arts backgrounds, or?
Yes.
Yeah, we both do. Yeah.
I have background in Taekwondo, karate, Muay Thai, Chinese kickboxing, mixed martial arts.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
for me, I have let's see. Yeah, I'm making sure my internet's still good. Yeah, and for me, I have my martial arts background is in so the martial arts that I was involved in was called Bovinam, which was a Vietnamese style martial arts. But in
Mm.
it, yeah, but in it, that consisted of like it took different styles of martial arts and kind of combined it into one philosophy and one style. So like between karate, taekwondo, jeet kune do, wushu, tai chi, muay thai, so a lot of different styles. So I guess in a way it's kind of like MMA, but like it's see like I guess it's kind of like MMA, but not really, because we're not in a freaking cage or whatever. But but I would say my martial arts does stem from different styles to where it's like blended to where like, okay, it's more of like situational combat awareness. Like I'm so essentially I'm ready to react if if need be. Like if I were in a situation where a combat, like if I had to engage in some kind of physical altercation, then like I know how to defend myself, or I know how to like protect somebody else. So
I imagine you also have a martial arts background will come in handy for Godai Warriors. If I mean, I'm sure that's the case. How does that make you guys feel?
Really good. Because we're we're also going to be working with fantastic stunt team. They're into martial arts as well, along with gymnastics. And turns out I actually know some of them because I trained some of them. So it all works out. So
our main like it was really funny because like we talked to one of the stunt guys, and he was actually wearing, like, I think, what was it, like the school, like,
yeah, he was wearing one of the jackets from the gymnastics school. I was like, wait, do you work at such and such place with so and so? Who's like, yeah. I'm like, that's why you look familiar, because I know you.
Yeah.
Y'all just went from there. So yeah, we're excited to start working with these guys and get some choreography done. I have a really good feeling that along with everybody that has gymnastics and martial arts background, the choreography for this series is gonna be like top notch. I feel like it's gonna be on par with Unworthy. That's saying
man,
that's saying something.
Unworthy. Oh, that's such a bold claim, man.
That's just how
not me. You said those words, my friend, not me. But
that's how I feel.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, all the other, like, I mean, shout outs to all the other big name series that's out there right now. So Unworthy, and then the folks over at Crimson, the folks over at Crimson Studios out in LA. Crimson Studios, Nerd Boss Studios, with their Power Ranger series, and then of course we can't forget to show love to the rest of our other Texasatsu indie creators as well. So Immortal Red Fox.
Shout out to Immortal Red Fox.
Immortal Red Fox, shout outs to him as well. Jamingers, Deca Mexican, creator of Jamingers, and going back to Immortal Red Fox. Immortal Red Fox actually was kind of like our mentor, so to speak, because when we were
no idea.
Yeah, when me and Cal first started out, we had no idea what the fuck we were doing. Sorry for the excuse.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if you can curse on here or not, but
no, you can. You can.
Idea what the hell we were doing. Like we were stuck in a rut, and because we had all these ideas, right, but we just didn't know how to put it out there. Like we didn't know how to tell a story. We didn't know how to make the story flow, and like. And of course, Immortal Red Fox, he provided so much help. He gave us so much insight, especially with his creative process for him making, his series. Matthew, the creator behind Immortal Red Fox. What gave him his creative drive? He gave us like the tools. He didn't necessarily tell us, okay, do this, do that, do that. He just maybe advised us in some parts, advised us in others, and then from there we took the tools that he gave us, and then we just went from there. And now, like, we're about a year and a half almost 2 year and a half later, almost 2 years now. we're really moving now, and it's just
and
yeah.
I have to say, with either of us having like little to no production, any kind of background on this, it is taking a long process, and like sometimes it can be stressful and it can be kind of nerve wracking. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. To be like in a rut, like have no idea what to do. Be figuring out, should I stay with this project? Should I put it
Right.
on for now? But then like you have people like people and like all these other Texasatsu series, and like you see the things and their process of how they've gotten to where they've gotten. And you're like, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I can stick with it. Maybe I can like dig down deep, and because like we all have our own lives, we all have work, we have family, stuff like that, and it's just being able to set time aside, like time management. Like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I'm not gonna stress myself out because I know at the end of the day that this thing, this project is still gonna be. If I stress myself out, I might, you know. So it's a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of money. And I will say, like, if you surround yourself with the right people that have the same drive, the same goal, same aspect as you, or the same project, you will accomplish this. You will go hands down.
That's true.
And I am very happy Kelvin is my partner in this project. Like even before this, like I've known him in cosplay for like years. So it helps to have people that have um, uh, the same likes as you. Like if you both like cosplay, boom, I'm gonna hit it off.
Yeah.
If y'all like video games, y'all like cars and stuff like that, boom, I'm gonna hit it off. If y'all like Power Rangers and the Texasatsu and all that kind of stuff, boom, y'all gonna hit it off. Y'all like if y'all have the same likes,
yeah,
y'all just gonna hit it off.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
It works.
It shows because me and Kelvin have come so far, and it almost 2 years seems like it's a lot of time, and it hasn't because time's been flying like it's nothing, and I feel like we've accomplished a lot.
Yeah.
With having no idea what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we're going in a good direction.
Yeah, and me and everyone watching right now, especially in the Tokusatsu fandom that are watching right now, myself included, we're very excited to see what you guys have to deliver. That's for sure. So you guys know each other for a long time. How'd you guys meet? And the rest of the cast for Godai Warriors.
So Kelvin and I met I think back in 2016 at an anime convention in Galveston called Onicon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was Red Hood that year, and I forgot what you were cosplaying as, Kelvin, but we ended up doing like a couple of photos together.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it off from there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just as Gilbert said, because we have the same mentalities in terms of like the things that we enjoy, the things that we like, that we instantly became friends right there. And then even for us living in like different areas of Houston, whenever Gil was still in Houston before he moved, we still make time to like talk to each other, talk to each other through Facebook, or just like or sometimes just do meetups, or just meetups just to hang out, that kind of deal. And then the whole Godai Warriors coming about was just a crunch. Oh my gosh. So the origins really of how Godai Warriors got started. We were both at PMC. It was the end of day one. This is PMC 2018, end of day one. We were, I think, both me and Gil, we were turned up as hell. We just had finished eating dinner, and then we also had gotten some drinks as well. and by some I mean like a good amount. We got some drinks. We head back to the hotel. We were still hungry, so we ordered like I guess more food, and we're just sitting there watching. I don't know. I forgot what we were watching that night, but we were watching something. I just watching TV in our hotel rooms, and that's when Gil and I was like, oh no, that's when I told Gil, I was like, hey,
big light bulb.
Hey, you want to do something wild together? And he's like, what? Let's make an indie Power Ranger series. And he dead ass looked at me. He was like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, dead ass. Let's do it. I mean, hell, fuck it. Our friends are doing it, like, and it looks dope as hell. Why don't we do our own? Like, let's do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that could possibly go wrong? Making an indie Power Ranger series. What's the worst that can go wrong? And then
right.
And then and then now like as Gil mentioned, fast forward now to almost 2 years, almost 3 years now. Almost almost was it? Yeah, almost 2 to 3 years now. Fast forward to now, it's like, that literally started off of us being both drunk as fuck and saying, hey, let's make an indie Power Ranger series. Why not?
What could go wrong? What's the best?
What's the worst that can happen? So, and then like the amount of support we've gotten from our fellow, like not just our fellow Tokusatsu, other Tokusatsu Power Rangers creators as well, but as well as just like just the love from our friends, family, and then some of our fans who have been with us since like day one. They really think like our idea was really dope. And then once we finally, I feel like one of the biggest moments so far from last year was probably like the unveiling of what was the unveiling of the whole team, when we announced the whole team, I think we had the banners, and then let's see, so those two, and then like the other top was the reveal of the suit and then the helmet, and it's the helmet, suit, everything come together, and like me, officially unveiling it at Ranger Stop in Atlanta last year, which was, it got a lot of good feedback because like a lot of people were looking at it and like, it is, they're like thinking, okay, it's Power Rangers, but it's different.
I do want to ask real quick, if you guys, because I know it's inspired by Power Rangers Tokusatsu, do you have any specific Tokusatsu shows that y'all take notes from? Like, do you guys have watching, do you guys watch some Tokusatsu and then you go, that's a good inspiration right there, let's do that?
Yeah.
I think we took inspiration from not just one show in particular, but I think we took different aspects from like different series altogether. So it wasn't just one show or one particular one and that we liked. It was just different ones. Like we took ideas from Primes, from I think we also took stuff from also like video games too.
Oh, okay.
Like, Kingdom Hearts and anime. You kind of took stuff and then put it all together and made it ours.
If anything, the specifics, I'd say some of the specific ones, I would say probably like the belts for sure was clearly Kamen Rider, right? Was the whole orbit and everything, that was clearly Kamen Rider. I would say the closest influence we, especially with our belts, would probably be Kamen Rider, not Wizard, O's, and then also I think fours as well, fours and O's.
I thought the belt reminded me of a U-Soldier, where they have like the egg
and then the Real Soldier. Yeah, Real Soldier was another good one as well, with belts and everything. And yeah, it's again, like just like what Gil said, a lot of it is just small bits of ideas of concepts that already exist. We take them in, and then do some twist and give it some twist and give it our own spin, so that obviously we're not copying
right,
but making our own original idea from ideas and concepts that already exist. So
I see. We gotta hang on the Comic Cons, man. I need more
Comic Cons. So I'm hoping Because like last year was just a total disaster for me going to cons or anything like that. So I'm hoping, because like I'm also getting back into cosplay again. So I'm hoping to like get out to some cons this year, you know, because I've missed hanging out and going, because that was my thing. I went out to cons, I cosplayed, I did all, you know. I'm hoping this year to change that around, you know.
It's because of COVID. So are y'all gonna go to the because I know JDF is gonna have the thing on that store?
I know I am. I don't know about I was actually about to tell Gil about
yeah, San Antonio. That's right.
Yeah, I was actually about to tell Gil about the meetup, but Mike, you know, even with Gil living out in San Antonio, like he'll like periodically he'll make the time to just to to see if we want to hang out on weekends. And some weekends I'm free and available. Other days is like not so much. So we kind of just get around that. But no, yeah, Gil, now that you're on here, yeah, JDF's coming down February 12th if you want to meet up with me.
It all depends on how my schedule is. So I'm good.
Is Armin coming on the thing? I think February 12th, right?
Armand will be there as well. Yeah, me and I will both be at the event. Yeah,
as a White Ranger again, or
as a different Ranger this time. Yeah.
Do you know what Ranger?
You'll see whenever it hits the social medias.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, okay. I want to keep it like a little nice surprise for everybody.
Hey, don't worry. I'm not even sure if this clip will make it to the podcast. So, but okay, whatever. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Before we end, can we get a little demo of the henshin right now on the podcast?
Yeah.
Kelvin, I'll let you do that. I don't have the space for it in my room.
Oh, do you need space for it?
Yeah, I kind of do.
No, I just need to scoot this back and maybe like I got plenty of room. I don't know about Gil.
Yeah, my bed is literally like.
If anything, we can do like from like upper body shot. That's that's really all you're gonna get.
I mean, whatever helps. If it's not possible, then I'm pretty flexible. Is that a neon light shirt?
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
It is a neon light shirt, yeah.
I'm so glad I spotted that. Okay, so. Oh, the henshin post if we can.
Yeah. You want to go for it, Gil?
You can go for it, my man.
Because you have more space, Kelvin. It makes sense if you go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, since I have more space, oh my goodness. Okay. Actually, gotta get up real quick.
Actually, let me see if because it's on. Okay. I'm gonna switch it to the different view speaker. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Ready. Dragon's Awakening. Godai Change. Turn flames of the fire dragon. Godai Red.
Yay! That's pretty cool.
And just for a disclaimer, because Gil called me out on this last time, I kind of bumped up on the morphic sequence at Ranger Stop because that day I did the morphic sequence in suit with both Jazz and Rory, who plays Beast Morphers Red and Blue.
I saw that.
And there was one part of the morph I left out, and it was the key component of the morph. It was the whole this and then that. I forgot this part apparently, and Gil pointed it out, and I'm like, I looked back at the video, I'm like, damn it. Shit. But because I was so hyped up in the moment. I was like, and I was really hyped up in the moment. Everybody was like watching, and I'm like, oh, people are watching. Okay, I better not fuck this up. And then I see the video, I fucked it up.
What's your favorite tokusatsu?
Ooh, if I had to choose, I'd probably choose. Okay, amongst the tokusatsu wise, I'd probably say Gokaiger.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Gokaiger, Deca Ranger. That I really enjoyed. I also enjoyed Zoodanger. Yeah, I mean, just because my Morphin was from the original, and I'd say Kamen Rider O's and Kamen Rider Build. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. How the name Cal? Do you go by Gilbert or Cal? Because I keep hearing two names. Where did Cal come from?
I'm a big fan of Superman, so that's where Cal comes from. It's his Kryptonian name. So I just use that on my Twitch, my Instagram. Yeah.
Like Cal L, right?
Yeah.
I see. All right, let's go ahead and promote Godai Warriors. So where can you guys be found on social media?
Yeah, so you can find y'all can find us everyone on social media. We do have a Twitter. I know we're not as active as we should be, as we used to be, but we're trying to get back into the swing of things with Twitter. But mainly Instagram is our main like interactive, like where we interact more, especially comment section. If people DM us, we interact there more. So Instagram, Twitter. We also have our YouTube channel. So same name, Godai Warriors. It's out. You may see a couple of videos. It's not now. Keep in mind, it's not the official teaser. You will see a couple of videos or two. So maybe, there's been a couple live streams and maybe 1 or 2 videos, but it's nothing official yet. The official shoot date for for the teaser, the trailer, and then eventually the drop of the premiere of the pilot will come soon. So be on the lookout for that. And that's where you can find us. Same tag name, Godai Warriors, Godai Warriors. So that's where.
And then Kelvin and I we both have access to the page. So if he doesn't answer, then and vice versa. So someone's always active.
Is it just the two of you guys, right?
Yes.
I see. So and you guys started when are you guys gonna start filming? Is it this year or next year?
We're hoping to do this year. Like if we can get all our ducks in a row and get funding for just like that on a roll, then we're gonna try and shoot this year for sure. At least get the teaser, the trailer out for sure.
All right. So that's something all of us, especially in the Tokusatsu fandom, will look forward to. Kelvin and Gilbert, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Of course, follow them on their social media. Like and sub to the official Tjps YouTube channel and the social medias of this podcast. Bye, everyone.
Peace out.